Season 2 opens with the fallout from Season 1's explosive finale. The boys are in hiding, framed for the murder of Madeline Stillwell and branded as fugitives. Butcher is missing, leaving Huey, Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and Kimiko to lay low while trying to clear their names and take down Vought. Meanwhile, Vought publicly mourns Translucent, whose death is being covered up. A grand funeral is held with full patriotic flair, attended by the Seven and broadcast to the nation. Homelander delivers a passionate eulogy, using the moment to bolster public sympathy and manipulate national support for superheroes. Starlight continues her double life. She appears loyal to Vought, while secretly colluding with Huey to expose Compound V, the serum used to create superheroes. She blackmails Gecko, a former Supe with regenerative powers, to procure a sample of the drug. Meanwhile, Vought introduces Stormfront, a new member of the Seven, whose unfiltered demeanor and social media savvy unsettle Homelander. His attempts to assert control are rebuffed by CEO Stan Edgar, who reminds him that Vaught's true power lies in its pharmaceutical ventures, not its superheroes. The Deep, exiled and spiraling, encounters Eagle the Archer and Carol, representatives of the enigmatic Church of the Collective, who offer him a path to redemption. A meeting between the boys and CIA Deputy Director Susan Rayner ends in chaos when her head exploded. In the final moments, Butcher reappears unexpectedly, giving the boys a glimmer of hope. In the aftermath of Susan Rayner's death, Billy Butcher strikes a deal with his former CIA handler, Grace Mallory. If they capture the super-terrorist threatening the city, their criminal records will be cleared. The team tracks the super-terrorist to a costume shop where Kimiko discovers the suspect is her brother, Kenji. Butcher immediately pulls a gun to shoot him. At the last moment, Huey tackles Butcher, preventing the shot and giving Kimiko and Kenji time to flee, though Kenji is later captured by Kimiko. Butcher reveals to the team that Becca, the woman he thought was dead, is alive and being held by Homelander. He makes it clear that rescuing Kenji is a necessary step toward locating her. Meanwhile, Homelander attempts to bond with his son, Ryan, despite Becca's objections. His presence disrupts their secluded life, and Becca fears for their safety. At Vought, Starlight secures a sample of Compound V from Gecko, but faces threats from A-Train, leading to a standoff where she blackmails him into silence. Elsewhere, the Deep undergoes a psychedelic therapy session with the Church of the Collective, confronting his insecurities through a hallucinated conversation with his gills. The episode ends with Butcher ruthlessly punching Huey for earlier interfering in his plans. The boys hit the open water, smuggling Kenji, Kimiko's superpowered brother, on a stolen speedboat in an attempt to deliver him to the CIA and clear their names. Kenji, exploiting a moment of vulnerability, escapes his restraints using his telekinetic powers, leading to a violent confrontation that results in the downing of a pursuing NYPD helicopter. Meanwhile, Starlight successfully leaks Compound V's existence to the media, exposing Vaught's deception. The Seven, led by Homelander, are dispatched to capture Kenji and kill the boys. The Deep, grappling with his own insecurities and seeking redemption, attempts to intercept the boys using a whale named Lucy. Butcher makes a shocking move, plowing the boat straight through the whale. As they escape through underground tunnels, the Seven arrive. Homelander confronts Starlight, demanding she prove her loyalty by killing Huey. Their standoff is interrupted by Kenji, who causes a cave-in, allowing the boys to flee. However, Stormfront pursues Kenji and Kimiko, unleashing devastating destruction and revealing her true, violent nature. She ultimately kills Kenji, leaving Kimiko devastated. Mother's Milk, Huey, and Starlight embark on a road trip to investigate a former superhero named Liberty. Their journey leads them to Valerie, an elderly woman who recounts a harrowing tale from the 1970s. Liberty brutally murdered her brother in a racially motivated attack. Shockingly, Valerie identifies Liberty as Stormfront. Meanwhile, Butcher reunites with his wife, Becca, at the Vought facility where she's been raising Homelander's son, Ryan. Their emotional reunion is short-lived, as Becca refuses to leave without Ryan, fearing for his safety. At Vought, Homelander grapples with Stormfront's rising popularity, which threatens his dominance. In a disturbing subplot, he seeks comfort from Doppelganger, who shapeshifts into Madeline Stillwell. However, Homelander ultimately rejects this illusion, asserting his independence by killing Doppelganger. Homelander's public image takes a hit after a video surfaces showing him accidentally killing a civilian. Attempting damage control, he confronts a protesting crowd, but fantasizes about violent retaliation, revealing his fragile psyche. Seeking to reclaim his standing, he reluctantly allies with Stormfront, who adeptly manipulates social media to sway public opinion. Meanwhile, Butcher plots his retirement at his Aunt Judy's house after failing to rescue Becca, prompting Huey and Mother's Milk to intervene. Noir attacks the three, but Butcher has Edgar call him off by threatening to release information on Ryan. The boys uncover Vaught's clandestine operations at Sage Grove Center, a psychiatric facility where adult patients are subjected to Compound V experiments. Frenchie, Kimiko, and Mother's Milk infiltrate the center. Frenchie recognizes an orderly as former 7-member lamplighter, causing a scuffle that allows patients to break out. The facility descends into turmoil, forcing the boys and lamplighter to collaborate for survival. Meanwhile, outside the center, Huey sustains a severe injury during an encounter with an escaped Supe. Butcher and Starlight, despite their mutual distrust, unite to save him. Maeve obtains a video of Homelander abandoning a hijacked airliner they fail to save as leverage against him. Elsewhere, Stormfront confides in Homelander, revealing her origins as the first successful Compound V subject, and her marriage to Vaught's founder. She discloses her supremacist ideology, envisioning a world dominated by superhumans, and seeks Homelander's partnership in this vision. Huey, Butcher, Frenchie, and Kimiko team up with Congresswoman Victoria Newman to prepare Lamplighter's testimony against Vought over Sage Grove Center atrocities. They hope his first-hand account will strengthen their case at a congressional hearing. Meanwhile, Stormfront capitalizes on rising anti-immigrant sentiment, urging followers to keep America safe again, a chilling rallying cry that incites real-world violence. As Starlight and her mother meet in a cafe to reconcile, Black Noir ambushes them, forcing Huey and Lamplighter into a dramatic rescue that ends with Lamplighter self-immolating to save the day. At the congressional hearing, tension peaks when witnesses, including Jonah Vogelbaum, are about to testify, only for a mysterious duper with head-exploding abilities to massacre attendees. In the explosive finale, the aftermath of the congressional hearing massacre leads the U.S. government to declare a national emergency and greenlight Compound V for law enforcement and military use. Desperate to derail Vaught's agenda, the boys prepare a final stand. They decide to expose Stormfront's Nazi past and bring down Vought legally. Meanwhile, Becca escapes her isolation to reunite with Butcher at the boys' hideout. She reveals Ryan's capture, and together they plan to rescue Ryan from Homelander. Butcher makes a deal with Edgar to help Vought reclaim him at Homelander's cabin. At the cabin, Homelander tries to bond with Ryan but fails. Just as Vaught's goons close in, a coded sonic blast incapacitates every Supe, allowing Butcher and Becca to save Ryan. However, Stormfront intercepts the rescue and attacks Becca. Ryan cripples her with his eye lasers but accidentally kills Becca. Butcher forgives Ryan after the boy takes his side over Homelander, while Maeve uses the plane footage to blackmail Homelander into letting them go. With the dust settling, Vought spins the narrative. They blame Stormfront and pause Compound V deployment. The CIA takes Ryan in. Huey gets a job with Newman, unaware that she is the one behind the exploding heads.